guys, I'm really excited today for this one. I'm always excited for lives, but this one specifically is all about hair. So you guys asked the other day in my stories how I styled my hair, which I styled my hair the exact same I always do, but I changed one thing and apparently you guys noticed that. So this live, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how I styled my hair the other day. So if you are wanting to learn how to do that, then this is going to be the live for you. I'm going to show you which curling irons I use, what size barrels I use, what products I use. Products make all the world of a difference when it comes to styling your hair, because that's what's going to truly set kind of the overall finish apart. Without products, it's really hard to get the same achievable looks. Have you guys ever been in a salon and you leave the salon loving your hair and then you go home the next day, you try to recreate what the hairstylist did and you can't do it? Okay, it's because she's using products in your hair, and that makes a huge difference. So hi, Katie. You're a cute little honey. Oh my goodness. Thanks for being on here. Okay, so that's what this live is going to be about. So if that interests you, then stick around. I am Kimber Kelly, for those of you who are new around here. I am a cosmetologist. I've been since 2011. So been in the beauty industry for a hot minute. I'm no longer behind the chair, but I do this stuff now. I get to educate you guys sitting on my floor in my bedroom with an unmade bed. So it's pretty awesome. But come say hi to me in the comments. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from, where you're watching. Is this your first time? Are you an OG and you hop on every single live? Tell me all the things. I'm honestly waiting for my curling iron to warm up while we get rolling. But like I said, I'm going to be using 3 different tools today because it's all in the bangs. So I styled my hair differently in the bang department, and I guess that's what you guys picked up on for why it looked so different, even though I styled it all the same except for that. I changed how I did my bangs, which I'm actually going to do last. That's just kind of the order that I do it in. Hello, Jessica. This is your first time on here. Well, welcome. I'm really happy to have you on here. Allie from Tennessee. So happy I've been catching you live. Yay! I'm happy you're catching me live. I'm one of those people where I probably should announce that I'm going to be going live soon, but it's such a whim. There we go. I think we're back now. But having 4 kiddos, it's just like, okay, when is everybody napping? All right, that's when I'm going to be able to do my live. But I do go live every single Tuesday and Thursday. So the time just varies. Sometimes it's in the morning. Sometimes it's in the afternoon. It's unpredictable, but those days are always the same. So, okay, as far as tool details go, guys, this is all I use. It's a Conair 1-inch curling iron, and actually I knew I was going to be doing this tutorial today, and I was at King Soopers this morning, and I quick went over to their hair section, and they had this tool there, and it was $12.99. So King Soopers, I'm here in Colorado. King Soopers is the name of our grocery stores here. So literally you can find this anywhere. I do have it linked in my Amazon store as well over on my page. If you want to find the exact one that I have, that's where you can find it. But nothing fancy here, just a simple Conair 1-inch. What I love about it is I can adjust the temperature. I have pretty thick hair, so I do put it on its hottest setting, but if you have finer hair, you can turn it down lower, or if you have little kiddos, I usually will set mine to like 15 when I'm curling my daughter's hair, just because she has finer hair. Okay, Allie, how do you get 4 kids to nap at the same time? I only have 2 and it's a struggle. Well, unfortunately, only one of my 4 kiddos naps. Still, my other 3 do not nap. And my older 3 are over at their cousins right now. So I just have the little one napping right now, and the older 3 are with their cousins. So that's my trick with that one. I wish more of my kids napped, but they don't. Just the little baby. Hi from Poland. That's amazing. Hi from Italy. Oh my gosh. Welcome. Man, these videos are reaching far. That's amazing. Okay, so the first thing you guys saw, I sectioned this off right here. So I kind of went like right at my occipital bone. So if you are like, what the heck is an occipital bone? take your hand, feel this bone down here on the back of your head. There's a little ball at the center of your head. That's called your occipital bone, if you did not know that. So that is kind of where I have it sectioned off. Oh my gosh, hi from England. Man, oh man. Hello and welcome to this live. This live is reaching far places. That's amazing. Okay, so here's my first section. Pretty simple. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to touch it. This next section, I'm grabbing and I'm actually curling the opposite way. So now I'm going towards my face. I start at the top and work my way down, and I leave out a small section at the bottom. You guys, I was supposed to actually have a YouTube video come out last night on this very same technique, and I forgot to hit schedule. And so the video never dropped. So my husband was like, I thought your video came out tonight. I was like, it does. And I'm like, where is it? And I never actually followed through with scheduling it. So that's what happened there. But I teach more in depth this same exact strategy of how I curl my hair. But you'll see in that video, I'm blonde for one. I don't have red hair in that one because I filmed it a while ago. And it also turned out differently. Every time I do this same curl pattern, it will style differently depending on the day. I washed my hair on, when did I wash my hair? Sunday. So it's Thursday. So I last washed my hair on Sunday. So we're on day, what is that, 4, 5? And so my hair is going to curl differently because it's not freshly washed. Even though I'm curling it the same exact way I always do. Hi from Canada. Hi, Kristen. Hi from the couch in Orlando. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Well, I'm sitting on my bedroom floor and I forgot to make my bed. And I realized that right as I started the live, I was like, oh shoot, I did not make my bed. It's fine. Thanks so much, girl. Thank you. Okay. Next section, I'm going to grab that and I'm going to go we're going to go temples on this one. And I like to have nice, clean sections when I'm curling my hair. I've followed a couple, hair people on the internet, and they won't clip things out of the way. They'll kind of just start curling. I like to keep my sections nice and clean. So I clip the bottom like that, and then I clip the top away, and it just helps me make sure that I'm curling every single piece of hair, for one. And that I'm not, having this one piece in the back that's not curled. It just helps my brain feel more organized. So all these first sections, I curl away from my face. And again, I'm leaving out this bottom part here. And I like to do this with the curling iron to kind of smooth it out. I don't touch any of these curls until the very end because I want to give them a chance to cool down, because that's what's going to help the curl set in place and last a lot longer. So that's my one little tip with that. And then I am alternating the direction that I'm curling the hair. So I curl it different directions. The reason why I do that is because I don't want the curls falling into each other, if that makes sense. So if I were to curl them all the same way, they would basically fall right into each other. And so by curling by curling each one the opposite way, they kind of somebody's at my door. That might be my Amazon package. They won't fall into each other, and they'll kind of be more effortless looking. But this front section, I always curl away from my face because I like things to be away from my face. I don't like hair caving in on my face. It makes me feel, I don't know, it just feels weird. So I like it all to go away from my face. Yes, nobody likes clumpy curls. Exactly. Okay. Make sure I'm not missing anything important. Okay, the color in my hair. That is the ultimate question, and I've been telling you guys, I'm gonna tell you here soon, and I keep forgetting. Those of you who have asked in DMs, I'm working through getting to it. But basically, you guys, my hair color has been a journey. If you followed along last week, then you saw the craziness that took place because I basically woke up and was like, I was thinking I was going to cut my hair, and so I had called my mom, and because I'm a hairstylist, right? So I know that if I mess up, I only have myself to blame. Hold on, guys. I think my father-in-law might be at my house. Hold on. I'm just gonna take you on this journey really fast because I think he might be at my door, and then we'll come back to my hair story. Yes, somebody is here. Hold on 1 second. Mommy is doing a live video. Everything okay? You're on something. Okay. Sorry. That's okay. This is real life. See? This is what happens. Be quiet, buddy, because your sister's sleeping. Hold on. Hang with me, guys. What'd you forget? Oh, your walkie-talkies?
Yeah, Gracie's is in her room. Could you just sneak in there real quick?
No, I can't.
It's on her little shelf I made. And
I know. It will wake up your sister, honey. So no, I cannot. Do you have another one that would work? What about the camo ones?
Yeah, I don't know where those are.
Did you go look in the playroom?
Oh, I can't stop the room.
Would you stop slamming those drawers, please? Your sister is napping. Hey. Okay, Mommy is right in the middle of the video, so I'm going to go to my room, okay? Are you all set?
No.
Okay. Why don't you go look in the playroom, hun? Oh, there it is. Okay. We solved that. Got the walkie-talkies. Tell everybody bye.
Bye.
Okay. Have fun. Okay. Sorry about that. In fact, while we're on the hair subject here, I'm gonna grab the hair tubes that I used because I already forgot the names of them, and y'all will probably want to know that. And of course, they're way up here, and I'm short, so I'm gonna have to get a stool. So hold on. Okay, this is where I keep all my hair color in my laundry room. So, back to hair. So, I called my mom. I know, mommy duties. I'm sorry, guys. We probably lost a few viewers on that one. Sorry. But, so I called my mom last week, and I was like, can you come cut my hair? Because, like I was saying, I'm a hairstylist, you know, and if I mess up, it's my own fault. If I go somewhere and that person messes up, and then we got a problem. And so I called my mom, and then I was like showing her some stuff on Pinterest. Did I do this side? I did do that side. Are we all done with this section? No. Now I forgot where I was at. We did not do this section, and the clippy fell out. Okay. We're just gonna kind of pick up where we left off here. And I was showing her some pictures on Pinterest, and she was like, well, those are really pretty. And it was this girl who had kind of a deeper root to it, and then it went to this like really pretty red, and then her ends were like this coppery orange. It was like super, super pretty. And I was like, you know what? I need a change, and we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna color my hair like this girl. And so I go to the beauty store. It was like Cosmoprof. Was it Cosmoprof or Salon Centric? Doesn't matter. But I go there, and I'm like showing the ladies there, and I'm like, listen, I haven't done red hair color in a hot minute, so what do you guys suggest? And the one lady, I was getting vibes that she wasn't actually ever a hairstylist. So I was like, okay, I cannot take your opinion on this, you know. And then the other lady was like, oh, I just did this one on my daughter. It turned out really, really pretty. And I was like, okay, well, we'll go with that. So I come home and I do my hair. And if you guys saw in my stories, my hair legitimately turned out red. Like, we're talking like Little Mermaid red. And I was telling my mom as she was putting it on, right? Because I'm like looking in a mirror and I'm telling my mom like where to put what as she's doing it. And I'm looking at the ends of my hair and I was like, this is not gonna be good because it's looking so red on the ends. And she's like, it's fine, just let it do its thing. I'm like, no, Mom, like, I can tell because I did hair for years. I can already tell what this is gonna look like, and this is not gonna look anything like the picture. And so I wait like the 45 minutes and I rinse it out and I get out of the shower and my hair is bright red. And I come out because my mom's like, how did it turn out? And I come out and I'm like, Mom, I cannot go in public like this. Like, I have to fix this. This is, like, it's not her fault. It's the lady's fault, and it's my fault for probably not knowing better based on, like, the swatches I was looking at. And so by then it was time to pick up my kiddos from school. So I roll up in the pickup line, and my daughter, she, like, looked, because I'm sitting in our car, you know, waiting. She, like, looked and then looked away and then looked back, and she was like, and I like, rolled down the window, like, it's Mommy. And she's like, you did your hair? You always do the fun stuff when I'm at school. Why didn't you wait? And I was like, well, Mommy, it has to go back to the hair store and redo it. So at that point, my mom is in the car, and I run into the hair store, and the same lady is there, had no idea who I was, even though I was there like 4 hours earlier. And so I got these new colors, and I go to the checkout. She literally has no idea who I am. And I thought for sure she would recognize me, and I was going to be like, yeah, this is the color you recommended. It did not work out, but she didn't even recognize who I was. And I was in a hurry. I was like, I'm not going to sit here and explain what went wrong. So anyways, long story short, I had to do my hair again. So basically what that color ended up doing was, it was basically a filler for my blonde. I wasn't like platinum blonde before, but I did have highlights, obviously, in my hair. And so that first round basically acted like a filler, which is why I did back-to-back colors like that. Typically, you want to give your hair a rest, but the first color I did, the first round, it was like a zero lift glaze, so it wasn't like a color. Yes, it was, but not. And so, anyways, that's why I did back-to-back colors like that. I do not recommend that at home. And so the second round of hair color is actually permanent color. The first round was more of a semi-permanent type thing. This is permanent color, which reds will always fade. So I've been using like a color shampoo, and I'm actually using like a brown shampoo every other time I wash my hair. That helps kind of put more brown into my hair and help filter out some of the red, because it was still like flaming hot Cheeto when I first did it. Like, you can see it's definitely got red tones to it, which is what I wanted, but not, I wanted it more on like a tone of brown with red. It's like red with a tone of brown in it. But it worked out. So long story short, and I'm sorry if I'm like missing a million of these comments. Oh, Maddie, this is Betty's, the Betty's bedding. And I got it on clearance. So they had like a clearance blowout sale going on. They're amazing. So you like fold this in and you zip it up. It zips up, and then when I have it nice and made and pretty, it looks awesome. But it's from Betty's. So, okay, let me see here. I feel like the girls from Salon Centric Cosmoprof are never actual licensed professionals and just go based off experience. I agree. And I kind of picked up on that at this one. The one I usually go to, the lady like used to do hair, so I always kind of trusted her opinion more, and she was very knowledgeable. But this new place I went to, I was like, don't know if you actually do hair. I don't know if I want to take your advice. But they are very, very, very knowledgeable on, like, products and stuff. I don't think this color will fade to brown. It's probably going to keep getting redder, actually, based on the color that I did before this. I have a feeling it's gonna get red. I don't know. We'll see. But the ends are already fading. You can kind of see, actually, like, back here. It's starting to go more coppery, like this more coppery red compared to here. So it's already fading. So I'm like, well, we'll let it completely fade out, and then we'll try something else. But honestly, it's growing on me, and it's really been fun. So, wow, long story short, this is the hair color formula that I did the second time around. So at my new growth, is a level 5. It's a 543, which is like a light brown, red, gold color. I did that about to here. And then for my mids, I did 643. So it's just literally like boom, boom, boom. 643, which is dark blonde, red, gold. And then the ends down here, these little tippy ends here, is a 747, which is medium blonde, red, brown. But you can see, based on where some of my highlights are, this is a straight 7 right here. So the fade went like way up. So I have a feeling this is what it's going to start fading to. And I don't necessarily love that. That's more what my hair looked like all over the first time I did it. I'm really liking this color. So, but that's kind of what it's starting to fade to right there. So that's what I did, and I used Wella hair color. I used Wella Professional. Sally's, I've been telling girls in my DMs who have been asking, Sally's carries a version of Wella. It's not the professional hair color that licensed stylists get, but they do have a version of Wella that Sally's sells. I have never used it. So if you use it and it doesn't turn out, you can't get mad at me because I've never actually used that color line. But, okay. Hi, beautiful friend. Thanks for being on here. Thanks, Jessica. Okay, I am way behind. Thank you. You guys have been amazing with, like, all the nice comments on my hair, because I truly was freaking out. This is like so out of my box of what I'm used to, but I'm just in this phase, you guys. I'm in this phase where I'm just trying to figure it out. I've been having babies the last 10 years, and it's just like, who am I? I don't know. I've done the same dang hair color my whole life pretty much. Let's switch that up and see how we feel. Go from there. Okay, I had to stop because I want to walk you guys through this. So for this top section, I'm gonna have my hair styled with a middle part. And so I'm actually going to curl all these pieces away from my face. And then you'll notice I left my bangs out because I'm gonna show you guys how I style my bangs differently. And I think that's what y'all picked up on in my stories the other day. My bangs looked a lot different, and it's because normally I curl them with this curling iron, but I actually use a different curling iron now to help get more of the fringe that we're all seeing is trending right now. The curtain bang. We'll see how long that trend sticks around, but that way of styling my bang is kind of along those similar styling lines, which in that video I had freshly blow dried it, so I had blow dried it all facing forward. Now these bangs are like pulled to the side, so we'll see how it works. But notice how I'm not touching these curls. So all of these curls, and how you can separate your bangs is you just pull your hair out and then you just kind of give this a shake, and whatever falls out, that's going to be your bangs, and then everything else will get curled, but we're curling it all away from our face. Just like that. And I start at the top, and I keep flipping and like walk the curling iron down. This is how I do it all over my entire head. And then you can kind of like straighten that end piece out, but don't comb through these yet. That has to be the last step, because that you want these curls to cool down so that they stay in place better. Okay, so it's gonna look like a little bit of prom curls at first. While those are cooling down, I kind of like to go back through like the ends and just see if anything needs to be recurled. Like this one is looking a little funky towards the end. So we'll just quick recurl that one. There we go. That one's looking, this one looks a little sad up at the top, so let's redo that. What hair questions do you guys have? If you have a specific hair question, drop it in the comments. We've got some time that we can talk about it, because now I gotta wait for my other curling iron to heat up. So I'm moving from a 1 inch over to, gosh, this has gotta be, I've had this forever. Let's see. This has gotta be like a 1.5, because there's no way that's 2 inches. We're gonna go with a 1.5 inch on here as the size that I'm using for that. So I'm gonna wait and let that heat up for a second so I can show you guys how I do my bangs. Bangs are like crucial for this look, and there's a certain way that I like to do them. So we're gonna go back through. Wow, this piece just completely flattened on me. I hate when that happens. Look at that, unless I just completely missed it. We'll just recurl it. There's a good chance I just missed it altogether. Okay, ooh, lots of questions coming in. Best heat protection. When you first get out of the shower, I love a couple different ones. Kevin Murphy, it has been like a go-to hairline for me lately, which really stinks for you guys because it's not easily accessible unless you just get it online. You either have to find a salon that is a Kevin Murphy salon. So you could do like a simple Google search for that. But Kevin Murphy's has a great hair protectant. It's a foam. I could grab it. It's a foam, and I just put that on my mids and ends when my hair's wet, like fresh out of the shower. For a day-to-day, which I'm going to show you guys at the end here, I do love this hair oil. This one's from Pomifera, but it helps with like frizz, it tames flyaways, it gives shine, it also has protection in there, and this is kind of what I use on like a day-to-day basis, so that like when I'm recurling and stuff, I can still have some protection to it from like, I'll apply this like at night to my ends so that it's in there ready to go when I need to style it. What barrel size for chin length hair? I would do 1 inch or smaller. If you go any smaller than that though, you'll start to get like really tight ringlets. So if that's the look you're going for, then you could totally do like almost like a pencil barrel. But I would say 1 inch because I had my hair that length for actually a really long time. This is really long for me. And this was always the size that I did, was a 1 inch. Okay, another thermal protectant. Maybe I could just show you guys while we wait. While we wait for my, it's hard to get off the floor. I'm getting old. Jeez. Let me show you guys a couple different ones. So I love this stuff. Actually, let me just grab it and we'll bring it out there because the lighting is horrible in here. We can't be having that. Okay. I have a lot of hair products in here, okay? Because I just test a bunch of different things out and kind of see what I like. What's another one I've been using a lot lately? Dry shampoos. Gosh, we could have a whole live on just dry shampoos because those are also super important to find like good dry shampoos. Okay, these are like the three that I find myself using a lot. If you're just tuning in, I'm like mid hair process. So if you're like, what's up with her hair? It's gonna get better, I promise. Okay, so this one is from Redken. This is their quick blowout, which I typically don't gravitate towards Redken products. But every now and then they have like decent stuff. This smells amazing. If you have ever had Bum Bum cream from Sephora, it comes in like the jar. It smells just like that. It smells so good. But this one I like because it helps speed up your dry time. So when you're blow drying your hair, it helps speed up the process, and I can 100% vouch for that. When I don't use this, it takes my hair a lot longer to dry. So I don't know what the heck is in it, but my hair dries a lot quicker. And it also is a heat protectant formula. So love that one. If you want to screenshot it, take a screenshot now. Look for this one. What's nice about Redken is you can access it in a lot of places. Amazon, I don't love Amazon for hair products just because, unfortunately, there's people out there who will like replace the product that's in the bottle and put like not the actual product in the bottle, or that product will be expired. So they'll like go to salons, and salons are trying to get rid of expired product, and these people will basically buy it at a cheap cost and then like resell it on Amazon. So you're using expired products. So that's kind of the bummer about Amazon. I do have stuff linked over there as far as I could tell, like on stuff where the reviews were pretty solid, but just know that with Amazon. Kevin Murphy, this is the one I was talking about for the heated defense. It's a leave-in and it comes out like a foam. So I just give it a good shake and it just literally comes out like a foam. So that is one of my favorites, and it smells, it's not my favorite smell. It kind of smells like grandma-y, but it smells clean. So that one is a really good one. This I've found that I use a lot as well. This is from Pomifera. I do have this one and this one. Actually, these are from the place I get my skincare from, which I was like, there's no way that a skincare company can also have like good hair products, but they actually do. These ones are really good. And if you've ever smelled anything Moroccan oil, Moroccan hair, it smells delicious. So these are both that Moroccan and amber smell, and they smell so good. I use it in my girls' hair all the time because they'll be sitting on my lap on the couch, and I just sit there and smell their hair. It smells so good. But this one hydrates, protects, detangles. It's a good one, and I've had this for a year, and it's still doing awesome. So those are the ones I like for hair protection. Okay, let's move on to bangs really fast. There's lots of questions in here. I'm so sorry I'm missing these. I can only get my curls to say when I use a wand, but I would like to use a regular curling iron. Honestly, if you're still on here, wands are incredible. They are actually healthier for your hair, because think about it. You're not clamping your hair between two irons. You're wrapping it around, so only like part of the hair is getting heat to it. Wands, though, the reason why I don't use a wand very often is it does give a different look to the curls, and I don't always like that look. So that's mainly why I find myself using curling irons over wands. But if you are like really trying to be safe with, the heat that you put on your hair, wands are actually better and healthier for your hair. They're hard to learn how to do on yourself, and you'll burn your hands a lot, but they are good to have. let's see. As a fellow cosmetologist who doesn't do their own hair but wants to, how did you do the color melt on yourself? As sections, okay, Jessica, if you're still on here, I'm sorry, I'm just not getting to this. I part it in fours. So I go down the middle and then like ear to ear, and I do it in groups of 4. The back is where it gets really hard. But I have a mirror in front of me, and I put a mirror behind me so that I can see like what's going on. So that's like a quick, I guess, tip on how I do my own hair, is I've got mirrors so that I can see what's happening back here, and then everything basically gets pulled forward for sections. But I usually don't like mess with foiling or anything. It just is like gonna be what it's gonna be. Favorite texture, volume spray. I can't do the smell of Kevin Murphy. You don't like the smell of Kevin Murphy? Gosh, I might have to bring this over to stories, you guys. These are really good questions. But for those who are like waiting to see my bangs, let me do that really fast. And then if you guys want to hang out on here while I answer those questions, we can totally do that. So for bangs, you're going to want to pull them all forward like this. And then you're going to grab your curling iron. You're going to have it upside down like this, because you're going to give it like a Farrah Fawcett type of look. So you're going to grab it and you're going to basically curl it all the way back, let it down so that it looks like this, and then you're going to tuck it behind your ear and let it cool down. Okay, and then over here, same thing, bring those bangs forward. We're going to curl it away from our face. I don't leave it in very long because this bad boy is turned up really hot. And then tuck it. So it's going to look stupid as it's tucked, but tuck it and forget it. Set it and forget it while it cools down. I like to tuck it behind my ears too, because I can feel the heat of the curl. So I know once my ears don't feel warm anymore, then I know that it's cooled down. So you'll look like you have a wig on / like George Washington type hair. It'll look weird, but just trust the process. So that's what I do for my bangs. While those are cooling down, I'm going to move over to the last hair tool that I use, which is the best tool in the entire world. So if you guys don't know what this is, if you love volume and you love big hair and you get frustrated because you put all this volume in your hair and then it, like all these volume products, and then like an hour later your hair's flat, if that is you, then you need this tool in your life, because it will change your life. It will completely change your hair life. I'm telling you. It's really good. This is the volume. I have the petite, which is, excuse me, it's like the mid-size. They have one that's skinnier than this, and then they have one that's wider than this. I like this one because I feel like if I want the section wider, I'll just like keep clamping, and I'll show you what I mean when I go to do this. But I have volume for days. I use volume products in my hair while it's wet, but even those sometimes, you guys, they don't do the job. Like if I want good hold, I go to that tool. And I do have a code for it. I think it's Rustic 20. Yeah, Rustic 20 for the volume. If you can't remember it, everything is always linked in my bio. I have 3 different links going there. But if you go to the all the things link, it will bring up like another thing of all my links. And the volume is on that with my code. I'm going to make sure I'm not like missing a bunch of questions. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, Vicky, what's up, girlfriend? She makes it to all my lives, you guys. All my lives. It's so fun. Okay. You like my t-shirt? Well, thank you. Thanks, girl. What is your natural hair color? Whenever I go dark, even red, my blonde grows out. If you are super blonde and you color your hair dark, it will 100% look like gray hair when it's growing out, because of depending on how light your hair color is. So just know that. I am naturally like a 5'6", which is what I have on here. So you can actually see like my natural color is starting to grow out, but it's ashy. My natural color is ashy. Right there, that like little baby line right here is my natural color. So it just won't have red tones to it. You can see the line. Like right here is my natural hair color. It's ashy. So the grow out isn't as obvious. The more it grows out, you'll see that this will like look ashy and while this is red. But okay, I can't stand the way this looks much longer. So we're gonna pop that out. Okay? So now this is when you can go through and you can start to like comb everything out. But here's the thing with these bangs is you want to like kind of do one of these. You can kind of bring this forward. This is where this part, to avoid this from happening, I like to, and I didn't do it today because I wanted to hop on and just go live, but this is where a round brush really comes in handy, and you just basically like round brush your hair completely down. I could probably do that honestly in another live for you guys so you can see what I mean. But if you're getting something like this, what I would recommend is taking your curling iron and just running it. Try not to burn your forehead because I have definitely done that before. I just kind of run it over that to help break that up a little bit. Doesn't always work super great, but that's kind of what I do. And then you can like do this to like help shape it again. All the things. I want to show you guys really quick. Notice I still haven't touched any of this down here yet because I'm not done styling it. So I'm going to take this section away and we're going to like start to create a veil. So now this is where we go in with the volume, and I'm going to hold my hair straight up in the air and I'm going to clamp. This is the volume 2.0. So this texture isn't as obvious as the original tool. The original volume, you got like straight up checkers in your hair. This one is a lot more subtle. It's still there, but see how it's creating texture within the hair and it's creating lift. So I go down quite a few little sections here, about to like the tops of my ears. That's where I put all that. That's where I volume it. Like this one, I think I'm going to go down just a little bit further just to kind of round that out. And now I'm going to go and work in the front here. And I always like to leave a veil so that you can't see this stuff from the front of my head. So see, what I mean by a veil is I'm leaving hair out along my face. So I'm going like just behind that, and then that's where I'm putting in the volume. And then you can bring that hair back over. Kind of like comb that out. This is where you can start to comb out those curls. Can you even? Like flat volume. It's insane what that tool does. And it doesn't take much. Like, you get insane volume. I actually might want to do like just a little bit more over here. So you just go like right, you just kind of you crimp it up and you get like insane volume. By far the best hair tool I've ever used. 100% worth the investment. Like, isn't that crazy? So if you like big hair, then you will love that tool. If you hate big hair, then don't get it. How can I add texture to super straight hair? Dry shampoo would be a really good place to start. Dry shampoo, a texture spray obviously is a great one. Kevin Murphy has this bedroom hair one, which I'm going to show you guys in just a second how I use that. What's another texture one that I use? Oh, I can't think of the name. And I really love it. I might have to throw that in the comments after this is over. The In Common Magic Mist is also a decent non-professional option. Ooh. What is this magic mist you speak of? I've never heard of it. Seeing your red makes me want to go dark. Guys, do it. I like YOLO, you know? Just do it. You guys are so sweet. Thank you, Shelly. Oh, I love it. Okay. I'm just going through here and making sure I haven't missed anything. What do you suggest for a temperature with a flat iron for fine, thin hair? I would probably start, because I usually have mine around 375, sometimes 400, because I have really thick hair. I'm going to keep doing my volume, by the way. So for fine hair, I would stick to like 200, 250. Start there, see how your hair handles it. If it handles it really well, then you could bump it up a little bit. Like if it's not doing anything, then bump it up a little bit. But I would probably start at that temperature, Vicky, if you're still on here. Okay, we're just going through. We're crunching. Actually, crunch probably wasn't a good word for that because it's not crunching my hair. You guys know what I mean. Okay. Leave that veil again. We're going to go down. And I just kind of keep walking it down. As you see, I don't hold it like in the same spot for very long because I don't want to fry my hair. So I just kind of keep it working. Like crazy, right? So if you've ever been like, how do I get big hair? That tool makes a world of a difference. Look at that. My hair does not want to curl today. I can tell it's like wash day. I need to majorly wash my hair tomorrow. So maybe we go live again and I show you guys how I blow dry my bangs. But there you go. That's the style. That's what we did. This was turned up to 375. Then I go in and I finish it off with a texture spray. Actually no, before that I do my oil. So I do like two to three pumps of oil just to refresh and add some shine to the ends, because as this color fades, these ends will start to look dry. It's just facts. So I go in and I add that oil there just to give more shine to my hair. I do that before the texture spray. Then I go in with my texture spray. What texture spray does, before I breathe it all in, is it just adds more texture, more lift. It gives your hair like a piecier look. So if you don't want your curls like falling into each other, take the tips that I gave you at the beginning of this video on alternating your curls so that they all don't like curl into each other. But the texture spray really helps separate the curls so that they don't all just like mesh into one. I'm feeling hairs like all over my arms. Oh my gosh. And then hairspray, my bangs, I'm not gonna lie, these did not turn out the way they needed to for this video, but it's because I didn't blow dry them first, so it's fine. It still works. I just go through and I hit my bangs a little bit so that those are out of my face. And that was another Kevin Murphy. I really love their products. This is the Session Spray, so it's a stronghold one. So that's that. That's how I style my hair. And it honestly, it turns out slightly different every time I do style my hair. because that's hair, depending on, I finally found it. My goodness, I was like, where is that hair? But every time I do my hair, it's like whatever mood my hair's in for that day. But this is the best we can do for not washing it since Sunday. I threw some dry shampoo in this morning on my roots, let that sit to kind of refresh it. And here we are. Tomorrow is a hair washing day. What is a good product for frizz? Every time I try to curl my hair, it gets frizzy for some reason. Not sure why. It gets frizzy or it gets staticky or both. You let me know. Do you use a clarifying shampoo or scalp scrub? Yes, I do. I really like Amika's. Amika has, it feels like toothpaste on your hair. Like, you know when you get toothpaste on your lips and that mintiness kind of tingles? It feels like that, but on your scalp. But I use that as like a detox for my roots, because when we're using all these different products on our hair, you can get a lot of buildup up here. And so I use that like once a month. I did just try one from Kevin Murphy. And you know those face washes where they have the beads in them? It's that, but for your hair. And I could not get the beads out, but my scalp felt amazing afterwards once I finally got all the beads, like the little tiny beads out. But that one was kind of frustrating, honestly, with all those in there, but it worked really well. So take that for what you will. Okay, guys, I think I might be caught up on questions. Oh, it's a 4-in-1 spray. Leave-in, smoothing balm, detangler, and heat protectant. Lightweight. But yes, girl, I love me some Kevin Murphy. He's just got some good, really good products. And dang it, I reached out to them to try and get a code, and they never got back to me. So I tried. I tried to get like a 15% off code or something for you guys, but they never answered me back. So, you know, there's that. Okay. Do you do all 3 colors in one section at a time? Oh, Jessica, sorry, I did see that question earlier. Yes. So I took a section, I took diagonal sections, so I have this like sectioned off in 4s, and I took diagonal sections like this, and I did all my roots with the 5 first. Then I came back in and I put my hand here with my brush, and I did the 6 right here. Then I grabbed the next color and I did a 7 here, and then I just went like that. And then I moved on to the next section. So they probably all melted together, and that's probably why like some of these are lighter than others. I don't know. That was just my way of like, I was so over it because I had just done another hair color for 2 hours right before that, and I was just honestly over it. So this is how it turned out from like doing that. Okay, guys, that is it. I hope you learned something. That was kind of a long live, but hopefully you learned something, had some takeaways. If you have any other questions, let me know. I do have a YouTube coming out. It was supposed to come out last night and I forgot. But it's this same thing. But you'll see in that YouTube video how I curled it the same exact way and it still looked different. So if you get frustrated where you're like, I did everything she just said and your hair looks different, that's okay. Like, all of our hair textures are different. The hair type that we have, depending on if it was freshly curled hair or like day 5 hair like mine is, those are all variables in there, depending on what you shampoo it with. Those types of things, like certain shampoos can weigh your hair down, and so you're like not getting any volume because the shampoo or the conditioner is too heavy and it's weighing your hair down. Like, there's a lot of factors in it. It takes a lot to be a woman, you know? But anyways, thank you so much. That's all I got for you guys today. I'm going to be in stories. I'm sharing, I am wearing one of Saint's newest lip and cheek colors, and I have it on my eyes as well. It's so pretty. So I'm going to head over to stories and share about that over there. So I'll see you guys there. Bye, guys.